A challenging moment for any parent is when all of a sudden your teenager's hanging out with kids that you don't approve of and you don't like. And every part of our body wants to tell our kids that. Stop hanging out with that. It's a bad influence on you. That will go nowhere. In fact, it's worse than nowhere. That will push the teenager closer to that person. Because one of the things that's happening in adolescence is they're developing independence and autonomy. And they want to be able to use their voice. When you tell them what's best for them and don't let them use their voice, the only alternative they feel they have is to prove you wrong and go closer to that person. So instead, and first of all, understand, they know exactly how you feel about the friends. You don't have to say a word. They are experts at reading our body language. They hear the tone in our voice. They know exactly what we feel about them. So no words need to be said. So if I notice my daughter hanging out with kids that I don't like, I'm going to focus on her because they're narcissistic by nature. Let's take advantage of it. Let's talk about how they're changing. So I might say, you know, lately I've seen some changes in you that you might not be aware of. You've been, to your younger brother or younger sister, you've been a little bit rude. You haven't taken care of the dog the way you have in the past. I notice you're not studying as much as you have. You've gotten a little bit more cynical than you've been in the past. You might be a little defensive. Well, you know, just think about it. You know, you may not have noticed it. It's just that you don't like my friends, Dad. No, I'm not commenting on your friends. I'm talking about you, the person you're becoming. And we never really explicitly tie the two together. And what will happen if a parent can be patient enough, and I've seen this happen over and over again, about 75% of the time, if you can wait 2 to 3 weeks, the teenager will come back to you and they'll stop hanging around those kids as much. And you might comment and say, whatever happened, you were really close with them for a while. You know, I noticed they weren't good for me. I didn't like the person I was becoming. I was starting to become mean. And many of the things that you said 3 weeks ago are coming out of their mouth and they're owning it for the first time. And all you do is sit there, inside you're going, yes, yes, I told you so. Outside you're going, that's interesting. It's really great that you're that self-aware. Good for you. And that's the end of the conversation. But as soon as you comment on the friends, it pushes them closer. And we were basically saying, we have so much faith in you as a person, we're going to point out some of the things on the outside that are changing, and you'll put 2 and 2 together on your own.